Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Hey. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Hey. Do you really want that? Can't talk. Do you really want that? Can't talk. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Hey.
Yo. It's your boy DJ, yes sir, aka Time. It's your boy DJ, yes sir, aka Time motherfucking Ford, man. And we got a guest, we got a special guest on the show today. Everybody knows him in these different Kane groups, you know. Knows him for the right reasons and the wrong reasons. I mean, let's give it up for your boy, New Jersey Kane. What's going on, Big Timer?
What's up, dude?
Man, what's going on, man? The first question I want to ask you, we're going to just start digging in the meat of it. You know what I'm saying? First question I want to ask you is, what do you think Manny has done? What do you feel Manny has done for his first year going into the 2019 season? What do you think? What's your input on the job he's put in so far?
Well, you know what? I'll tell you this. First of all, a lot of our fans are fucking retarded because you expect a lot of shit to happen overnight. And you come in, you take over, and anytime you change coaches, you change systems, you change everything, nothing is going to happen overnight. And the reality is the culture is broken. The mentality of the kids is broken. And I don't care who your coach is, until that gets changed, nothing else is going to
happen. Okay. Hey, man, you straight over there? You know what I'm saying? You coughing in the airways, man. We can't do that on the podcast, on the radio, man. You straight? You good? Health issues? Anything you want to put out there? You know what I'm saying? Healthy living? All right, fuck it. We're going to continue. Okay, speaking of the culture, you know, let's speak on the culture. How did it become broken? Let's start there.
All right, it's been broken for 15 years. Look at and everybody knows back in the day, was an NFL minor league team. And they look at it as a 3-year inconvenience in their life to leave, to come in, play football for 3 years, and then leave to go get drafted. And that's why some of the kids you see now, like Joe Yearby, like McIntosh, like Kendrick Norton, kids like that have no business leaving early, leave early for the draft. Because they look at it the way things used to be 25 years ago, where was a minor league team for the NFL, and that's not the case anymore. Okay. So that's first and foremost. It's a broken culture, and I don't care who you are. You can argue that all you want, but the reality is, Brad Kaya, Joe Yearby, Kendrick Norton, R.J. McIntosh. You look at all Travis Homer, Mark Walton. You look at all these kids that left early. And back in the day, you would leave a school early to be a first or a second round pick. Now, we got kids leaving early to not be drafted.
Why do you think they're leaving early, though? I mean, you don't think that they see that it's some bullshit going on, what they see with the coaching staff and what they see with the program as a whole? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that they just sitting here leaving because of their talent. I think they really see that it's some fuck shit going on, right? And do we have a doctor in this motherfucker? Because I don't think your fat ass gonna make it, boy.
No, you want to know why? Because you know what? Number one, think about this. 2017, we lost to Clemson in the ACC championship game. Clemson had 4 guys on their defensive line that were going to be, 3 of them were going to be first-round picks. The other was going to be a second or third-round pick. They all chose to come back to school. And they wanted to come back to win. They wanted to come back. They didn't care about their draft status. They wanted to come back to win a title. And they came back and wound up being first-round picks anyway. But the reality is, back in the day, these kids didn't care about who the coaches were. They didn't give a shit about any of that. Because you're going to come and you're going to play. You're going to sit. You're going to wait your time, whatever it was. But now these kids look at it like UM is a 3-year inconvenience in their life before they get drafted. And it has nothing to do with coaches, because over the last 15 years, we've had 5 different head coaches, and it's been the same mentality.
Okay. Hold the fuck up, man. Anybody out there can't talk no filter, man. Anybody got a cough drop for this motherfucker, man? Lose weight. Motherfuckers, that easy. You got all these answers, but you can't lose weight. But let's move on, though. I mean, with these 5 different head coaches we had, I mean, I can grandly say, I can put it out there, they suck. You know what I'm saying? We've gone cheap. Hold on. We've gone cheap on coaches, am I right? Other than Mark Richt. Everybody else has been cheap and not really experienced. And they come in here thinking they can do a big dog job and can't, because they haven't proven nothing. But we keep continuing to give them money when they improving. I mean, speak on that. I mean, do you agree with the coaching hires? You know, the past what? How many hires? 5?
I mean, here's what it is. UM is never going to pay a head coach big money. Never have, never will. But
why do you think that is?
Because being a small private school, you only have so much money in the budget, and when you have other bills you have to pay.
So what did they pay Mark Richt though?
I mean, Mark Richt got paid more than any other coach we've ever paid.
Right. So that means that we have the money, correct?
But here's why though. If you look at it, the reason, like for example, the reason we joined the ACC and left the Big East is the guaranteed bowl money. Because in the Big East, whatever bowl we went to, that was what we got paid. But you go to the ACC, they take the bowl money for all 6, 8, 10 schools that go to a bowl. They take all that money, they pay all the travel expenses, and they split evenly among all of their schools. So, when it came down to it, then you look at the ACC basketball TV contract, and then they said, okay, now we got the ACC network for football. So that was why they paid Mark Richt more money, because they knew we had more money coming in.
Okay, so since we have more money coming in, let's lead it to Manny Diaz. Why would we just go out there on a limb and bring him in so quickly? You know, when we had the money to go get somebody better, at least experienced as a head coach. I mean, and we made a quick hire without any interviews or nothing like that. We got him 8 hours later? Goddamn, your health ain't your wealth, man. You killing the shit, man. Come on, answer the fucking question, man. Come on.
The reason why, the reason behind all that was, number one, Manny he was already part of the program, and even after getting hired by Temple, he still said, I'm going to come back and coach the bowl game. And he was dedicated. he was committed. Number two,
he was dedicated, committed, and he still sucked. Because how many points did Wisconsin put up on us?
but he was still committed to the program, because most guys would take a head coaching job and they would say, I'm not going to coach in the bowl game. I'm going to go to my new school, start doing my thing there, whatever it was. So number one, he was dedicated, he was committed. Number two, when Mark Richt left, Manny Diaz happened to be on campus that day because they were wrapping everything up. And Mark Richt said, hey, you should hire Manny because from a recruiting standpoint, you want that continuity, you want the same guys, you want to keep everything as you want to keep the continuity as much as possible.
So basically, they made a stupid ass move because we wanted to keep continuity as much as possible in the recruiting standpoint, but we had basically a trash ass recruiting class last year. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so that was a stupid move.
No, it really wasn't though.
Tell me why. Seems like your big ass need a cleansing, but you ain't gonna be cleansing it here on Can't Talk No Filter, man. Go on, continue, boy. You better get your boy Jimmy Ross for that shit. Did that come from the gut or your soul, man?
You know what? It really wasn't though, because number one, by doing that, you had a lot of guys. Like, for example, you had Quarterman and Pinckney, who were juniors that were draft eligible, that decided to come back.
Right.
But they decided to come back.
What are we stuttering for? Come on, man.
And the reason they decided to come back was for that reason. Number two, you have a lot of guys that when our defensive coaches, guys that we were recruiting, all of a sudden they know, hey, these guys are still here. They're still going to be here. They stayed committed. They were still part of our class. We didn't lose those guys.
We lost quite a few. But you lying, but you may continue. Go ahead. And I know you about to stutter after your cough. Watch.
So, no, believe it or not, anybody that was really committed, we did it. And on defense. And the reason why, again, offense, anytime there's a coaching change, you're always going to lose guys. But defensively, we didn't lose anybody. And the reason we didn't really lose anybody is because they said, hey, I know the coach that's been recruiting me is still going to be here. I know my guy is still here.
Okay, they still here. Okay. Well, let's move on to something else. Let's move on to something different. Let's move on to this situation that you say you can educate us on. That's what you say, right? On this Highsmith situation. Why didn't you think that would have been a good idea?
Okay. What happened with that, all right, is very simple.
Right.
What happened with that
You just said that. Come on.
He wanted to be paid like an NFL executive, and wasn't going to pay him like an NFL executive.
Do we know that to be a fact, or is it one of those white lies that sometimes you tell in the groups? Or we going to call it, in your standpoint, a big ass lie?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Because when you think about it, he's on the fast track to be an NFL GM. And basically what they wanted him to do was essentially be an administrative staffer.
Is that your fucking answer? That's it? Okay, moving right along. Can't talk no filter, bitch. So let's move here. Let's move here now. Okay, since the Highsmith situation is dead and it really is beating a dead horse. Let's move to, okay, looking at this team this year. Just looking at them as a whole. What do you think we really have going for it? I'm not even going to say the future. I'm going to say this year. What do you see differently that may happen this year? Like, what do you think that's going to be better than it was last year? Other than, okay, I know we got a new offense coordinator. I know we got a new O-line coach. But what do you see? Do you see it going in a better direction? And like, I want to see the people that are opposed to some things that I say. Do you see it going in a better direction, and why do you see it? Explain to us, how do you see it, and what do you see that we don't see?
All right, the issue was, last year Dan Enos wasn't the issue. The offensive line was.
So calling a tight end sweep on the goal line to the short end side of the field, that's not a problem? Not throwing fade routes to your tall receivers, not even utilizing them in fade routes in goal line situations, that's not a problem. Your quarterback holding the ball for more than what 4 seconds, just standing there, that's not a problem.
That's exactly. The quarterback holding the ball too long is a quarterback issue. It's not a play call issue. It's not a coaching issue. And the reality is, I went, 2 years ago when we played LSU in Dallas, I had Marquise Fitzgerald at the party I did the night before the game. And him and I were talking, and he said, our 2001 team, he said, we literally ran, he said, all these Facebook coaches cracked me up. He said, we literally ran the same 11 plays the whole season. He said, but we could come up to the line and tell the defense, this is what we're going to run, come and stop it. And they couldn't stop it. And the reality is, our issue has been our offensive line, because it normally takes 3 or 4 years before those guys adjust, grow, and are ready to play at the big time college level. It's not, it doesn't happen often where you have an Orlando Pace or Jonathan Ogden walk into your offensive line room. So when you look at the fact that most of our guys, Donaldson being a junior was the oldest, most experienced guy we had. Everybody else were freshmen, redshirt freshmen, or sophomores.
But as a coach, especially as an OC, you know what I'm saying, going towards the end of the season, because going towards the end of the season, hold on, going towards the end of the season, they basically got better. If you just look at the eye test and look at what was going on, they got better. It was a lot of play calling that was fucked up. It was a lot of the wide receivers couldn't get open. That was fucked up. You can't hold a block pass past a certain time frame. Hold on. See, one thing about it, you gonna respect my motherfucking show. That's what you gonna do. You gonna sit your ass on that couch, and you gonna respect my motherfucking show. When I'm talking, you sit the fuck there. Now let's continue on the O-line. Now the O-line, yeah, they were young. But when you go through almost half or entire season, and then basically at the end of the season, you playing your most sorry ass opponents, there is no motherfucking excuse for that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
And you know what? And I'll tell you this. All right, now, for example, if you look at the Gator game, all right, we gave up 10 sacks.
Okay.
And 4 of those were because Jaron Williams held the ball too long. Now, when we get to the Pitt game, Pitt was leading the nation in sacks,
right?
And we shut them down. But part of the issue the rest of the season was quarterback holds the ball entirely too long.
Which quarterback? Let's go ahead and put that out there.
But both of them.
I'm not gonna say both of them.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not gonna say both of them. I've never seen N'Kosi Perry sit up there and take 10 sacks in a game.
No, but you know what? The problem with Perry is, Jaron Williams held the ball.
And by the way, and by the way, this is Kane Talk No Filter. You ain't got to be politically correct on everything. You can talk how the fuck you want to talk. You know what I'm saying?
But
this is all out there.
But I'll tell you this: Terry's problem and his problem this year was the same as his problem last year. Terry didn't know his playbook, and
do we know that for a fact?
Yeah, 100%.
How do we know that for a fact?
Okay, I'm going to tell you this. The 2018, the LSU game, N'Kosi Perry was suspended for gambling. Now,
okay.
Then, afterwards, he was suspended twice after that.
Twice after that, I only remember him being suspended twice. I don't remember 3 times, so I'm not gonna sit out there and put that on it.
Here's
and
why.
We don't know why he was suspended.
Okay, number one,
we assuming
the whole video, the Snapchat video of all the cash.
That's not a reason to get suspended.
It was. Here's why.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Hey,
it's not a reason to get suspended.
Again, but here's why he was suspended for that. The reason why is after being suspended for the LSU game for gambling, he goes out and starts flaunting all that money, and the issue was, where did that come from? How did you get that? And what it all came down to was, again, it was gambling. That's where he got that from. That's why he got suspended.
We don't know that. You putting that out in the air you putting that out there like that's facts. We don't know that. That could have been his homeboy money who he was symbiotic.
And
we not gonna put that out there, man.
No, and the other reason he got suspended the second time was when he posted a video of him banging that chick that happened to be Bubba Baxter's girlfriend.
That's not a suspended. You shouldn't get suspended for that.
And you know what? Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question.
Did you see N'Kosi fucking the girl?
Let me ask you a question.
Did you see the video?
I did.
You saw the video. Where did you see this video at? Because you the only one that saw the video?
No, I'm not the only one. He posted on his Snapchat.
He posted on his Snapchat that when he was banging Bubba Baxter, the chick, his chick.
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't see this video.
Yeah.
I heard about it. But that's not it. You shouldn't get suspended for that.
No, but here's the thing. You want to know why? You are supposed to be the leader of your teams, okay? And Bubba is one of your teammates. He's one of your guys. You're supposed to have one another's back.
Okay, and let's put it like this. You're supposed to be the leader of the team. Okay, we have 3 quarterbacks on this squad. I mean, basically, that's the closest. That's
no, you know what? Wait,
hold on. We have 3 quarterbacks on this squad, right?
No, that was hold on. That was last year. Last year was him and Jaron, and Jaron Williams was taking a red shirt, so he was the quarterback last year.
Okay, but I'm gonna put it to this year. We have 3 quarterbacks on this squad. Who has been the most? Who has had basically on this team the most leadership qualities out of every quarterback on the team this year?
But here's
let's answer this. Let's answer that question.
That wasn't this year. That happened last year.
I understand that. I'm talking about this year. This year, who has had the most leadership qualities as quarterback on this team?
Martell.
Are you serious? Tate Martell left to chase a bitch. He left to chase a bitch. He left the team. Are you serious? See, right there. That takes away a lot of credibility. You said Tate Martell.
No, you want to know why?
I would at least. Let's go.
Hold on. There was a lot of political shit that went on there. But
and it went against N'Kosi Perry?
But going back to last year.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
year.
We're not talking about last year. This is different.
No, hold on. No,
this is a different year with a new. This is a new coach, right? This is a new coach, right? This is a new. Hold on. This is a new head coach. Everybody gets clean slates. I don't want to hear none of that last year stuff.
You are the quarterback of your team.
Wrong. This year.
You are the quarterback of your team.
What year you talking about?
Last year.
We're not talking about 2018. We're talking about 2019.
We are because 2018 last year is when N'Kosi Perry was caught banging Bubba Bass.
2018. So you hold that on his head for a new head coach supposed to hold all that on your head, right?
No. Listen, I'm not talking about a new head coach. What I'm talking about is as a player, okay? I'm not talking about a head coach. What I'm talking about is as a player, you are supposed to be, number one, you're our starting quarterback. You're the face of our team. You're our leader.
So you are a leader as Tate Martell, but you would leave to go chase a bitch that don't even like you no more. Somebody that's out there, you will leave your team. You'll say, fuck your team. Fuck my team. I'm going to leave and chase a chick for 4 weeks? Get the fuck out of here. That ain't no leader, man.
When did I say that? I never
you
said that
Tate
at all.
Martell. You said Tate Martell has shown the most leadership.
No.
I asked you, who showed the most leadership qualities out of quarterbacks? And you said Tate Martell, right? Didn't you say that? Did you say that?
I
It's
never
on record.
said that at all.
It's on record. You just said it.
No,
You said Tate Martell.
No. What I was talking about was Bubba Baxa and N'Kosi Perry banging his girlfriend.
Okay, and he did that as a what? Freshman, right? I'm banging your girlfriend as a freshman. He got older. What did N'Kosi Perry do this year to not show leadership qualities? Did he leave his team? Did he smoke weed? Did he do anything? Isn't he an honor student in school? You quiet now, right?
No, he's actually not, but okay.
He's not actually what?
An honor student.
Are you serious? He is on the dean's list. He's on the list, man. He's an honor student this year. This year. That's a fact.
No.
See, you
No.
hate this. You hate it when it. Okay, let me ask you. What do you have against N'Kosi Perry other than him banging chicks his freshman year and showing money?
I have nothing against him at all. Nothing at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nothing at all.
But you said Tate Martell showed the most leadership skills?
You know what? Because
as a quarterback?
Because when it came down to it, he did, because Tate was the first one to come in and the last one to leave every practice.
What the fuck that mean? He wasn't even at practice for 3 weeks.
No,
he left for a chick. His mama didn't know where he was.
Again,
come on, that ain't a leader. That mean you leaving it. That mean you leaving in the face of adversity. That's what you're doing. That's not a leader. That's a coward.
Hold on. In the beginning, yes, and like I said, there was a lot of political shit that went on
with both of them. You can't say it was political shit on Tate and it wasn't political shit on N'Kosi. You can't say that. Can you?
There was a lot of political shit that went on. Correct.
You know, so, okay, but we going to move on from quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? We going to go on to what do you expect this year from this team? What do you expect to see? Because I know you're not expecting to see another 6 and 7. You know, but what's your expectations for this season? Like realistic expectations for this team.
When I look at like what we lose on defense, and when I look at next year's team, if we win, we should probably win 8 or 9 games.
That sounds realistic. Okay.
Yeah. We should probably win 8 or 9 games.
Okay. Oh, and matter of fact, we're gonna even go from there. Who are the coaching hires on this team, assistant coaches, that you think should be changed, or you think they're doing a good? You think they're doing a good job? You know what I'm saying? Like, who do you think that? Who do you think this year should be changed? Like, you don't like what they're doing. You don't like what they bringing to the team. They're not recruiting well. They're not coaching well. Who do you?
I mean, my from the minute he was hired, I
Who?
wasn't a fan of Butch Barry.
Butch Barry?
And
Okay, he's gone, right? Yeah, he's gone now.
yeah, and I wasn't a fan of his because I said, okay, number one, the guy was an assistant in the NFL, but number two, he had no experience when it came to recruiting. And when it comes to college coaching, recruiting is far more important than what you can do as a coach.
Okay.
So Butch Barry, for me, was the guy that I said, he was the only guy that I really questioned what he could do. I mean, as far as everybody else, I mean, the rest of our staff, I see no issue at all.
So everybody else is good. What about Packy, linebacker coach?
You know what? I'll tell you this. I mean, when Manny came in as our defensive coordinator, and we had a top 10 defense 3 years in a row, Packy was part of that staff.
And let me ask you, let me bite on that for a minute before you continue. You know, we saying that we had a top 10 defense, top 15 defense 3 years in a row, right? Right?
Yes.
But can we also put in the competition we played in the Coastal? We're in the Coastal. We're in the worst conference in America, right? Right? Hello?
You know, I mean, that.
Does that take? Because it seems like it goes hand in hand. Of course, you would look good on defense. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the worst conference, especially a conference that ain't no offenses in there. Of course, you're gonna look good. And then when you go and play a good team in the bowl game, it looks like my dog Loose Cannon said,
yeah,
fools go.
You know what? Think about this. Everybody we play in the ACC Coastal, who have we played in a bowl game that's been better?
What you mean that's been better?
Who we played in a bowl game that has been better than any Coastal team we play?
Wisconsin? Clemson?
Clemson's still an ACC team, and we didn't play them in a bowl.
I mean, we played. I mean, granted, we played Wisconsin twice, but I mean, the offense still put up how many points?
And now, so
easily.
So if you're going to say Wisconsin's, the reality is, think about it this way.
La Tech just did it.
At the end of the day, the ACC is still one of the best conferences in college football.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Clemson is carrying the ACC.
But again,
do you see what happens to us in bowl games? ACC opponents outside of Clemson. I'm talking about every year in and year out. Do you see what happens to us? Unless one of our ACC foes plays a non-Power 5, yeah, they'll win that. But when we play against other conferences in bowl games, we get our head beat in. ACC is the worst conference. And us being terrible, VTech being terrible, and Florida State being terrible, it's not helping your cause.
When it all comes down to it, the ACC is, I mean, for all of our games, it's a fucking slugfest.
It's a slugfest because we all suck.
But
So it's basically a bunch of garbage teams going at it.
But here's
you know what
the
I'm
thing.
saying?
Here's the thing. It's a slugfest, and the reality is, the ACC is still one of the best conferences in all of college football.
So who's the worst conference?
Of all of the quote unquote Power 5 conferences.
Yeah, Power 5. Who's the worst conference?
I would probably say the Pac-12.
The Pac-12. Okay, name the teams off in the Pac-12. So you say the Pac-12, so you say Oregon won't come down and beat everybody ass except Clemson? You saying that if let's say North Carolina VTech ran up against USC, you don't think USC would get them? Even as bad as USC is right now?
Nope.
That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. There's a reason why they say the ACC Coastal is the worst conference in college football, because we show it in bowl games. We show it during the season when we play Power 5 teams. If we schedule a Power 5 team on our conference, it shows. It shows we the worst. You know, like the numbers don't lie. Like when other cats come putting stats out there in these different cane groups, and they put, we got a number something difference, and they say the numbers don't lie. Well, the same goes for that. The ACC is the worst conference, man. It's terrible. And for us, and for Manny to look good against his defense, to look good against the Coastal, I mean, that don't really say too much. When you get in these other games, and it's like, oh shit, this was a facade. This shit ain't real. These numbers ain't real. So, I mean, it's crazy. But, moving forward, New Jersey. Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, you still on? Yo.
Yep.
I just want to cut in real quick. You know, this Kane Talk, no filter. We got a special guest in the house. We got New Jersey Kane, who talks his shit and likes to educate people in these different Kane groups, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything you want to plug?
You know what? All I'm going to tell you is this. I don't know who I don't know who in the hell that clown was you had yesterday. All right.
First of all, that's not a clown. That's my partner. And he know a lot of what he talking about. And the thing is about these shows, it's from a fan's opinion, from their perspective, what they see, how they see it. So you know what I'm saying? When cats come on here, it's from their opinion. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying we giving out just straight facts. No, it's a show of opinion. How do you feel about the team? What do you see about the team? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's allowed.
All right,
you know, everybody got these sources and these facts and that's bullshit. You know, let's give it from a fan's perspective, because I know a lot of fans, they tired of typing in these different groups. They want to say something. And let them say something. Let them have their opinion. And when they have their opinion, you can't go around calling them clowns, man. You wouldn't say it to their face. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
you wouldn't.
Well, here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say on that. All right, number one, he comes out yesterday and he's talking about, hires Manny Diaz, gives him a 5-year contract, but should hire all his assistants for him. That ain't the way it works.
We know that's not how it works, but it was his whole opinion. You understand
but,
what I'm saying?
I,
It was
I,
it was his opinion saying, okay, yeah, he hired his assistants and he fucked up bad. We ain't talking about you hired your assistants and you went through a schedule of 6 or 7 and we played some decent teams. I mean, dog, you ended off the season when you supposed to be getting your team better. It's like everybody quit. You know what I'm saying? The coaching staff, the team, and they quit on y'all. You even got cats that ain't even ready for the draft, leaving for the draft. They've been doing that, yes. But granted, we lost our last games, FIU, Duke, and motherfucking La Tech. Didn't even score against La Tech. And you mean to tell me that fans' opinions don't matter when they see some bullshit going on? And you like, that's clown behavior? No, that's clown behavior for saying something that somebody's opinion is clownish. That's clown behavior. That's fuckboy behavior. You know what I'm saying? That's like if I give my opinion and it's been going around in these groups about you stealing money for these games, ticket scalping. You know what I'm saying? That's people's opinion, right? Is it a fact? Who knows? Only you. And matter of fact, since I got you on here, why don't you clear up the air on that? You know what I'm saying? So the people can hear your side of the story. Because I know you can't type it all, but you can talk it all, right? And this is your platform to do that.
Yeah, listen, I'll tell you this. All right, now, when it comes to that, I got maxed out for my tickets for the Gator game from UM. And I had a bunch of people after that said, hey, can you get me tickets? So I said, all right, the only way I know that I get tickets is through a broker that I've known, that I've worked with for years. I said, talk to him, he'll help you out. So at that point, he looked and he said to me, he's like, hey, listen, tickets right now, UM had them on sale the day before for as little as $50. And they were on sale the next day on StubHub for like $200. So my guy said to me, hey, listen, he's like, there's no way the market is going to stay where it's at now. I said, I agree 100%. He said, so instead of all these people listing their shit on StubHub for $220 and getting paid $200, he said, I'll talk to all of them. So he went to all the people that normally would sell him tickets and said, listen, instead of you selling it on StubHub for $200 and getting paid $180, I'll pay you $200 for them. So they all said, okay, no problem. But by the time they actually got the tickets delivered, there was still, the market was still fucking crazy for all of them. So they said, so basically it got to a point where instead of them saying, okay, well, I can sell it on StubHub for $220 and get paid $200, or you can give me, $210. They were going for, $250, $260, and they're like, all right, well, I'll sell them for $250. I'll get paid, I'll get paid $230. So.
Right, and let's make a long story short. You know what I'm saying? What do you have to say to the people that's coming at your motherfucking head for some shit that, hey, it seems like they lost money on you, and they call you a thief out here? What do you have to say to those people?
And here's what it is. Everybody that I was dealing with, I gave them all my guy's number, and he either refunded their money or he told them all, file a dispute with your credit card company, file it by November 1st, and everything was good. So I'm out of all that. because he took care of everything with all of them. So I'm completely out of the loop on that. I'm off the hook on all that. He took care of everybody's money, and I don't know anybody goddamn thing.
Okay, so everybody out there in Kane land, New Jersey just put it out there. He's out the loop. He gave you your money. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever y'all have to dispute with him with, he put it right here on Kane Talk, no filter. And is there anything else you want to plug before we go ahead and wrap this show up? And one more thing. Do you have any more of those game worn jerseys that you were selling out there?
I do. I have 3 of them.
Okay, go ahead and plug that.
I got from 2002, I got Kellen Winslow, I got Joey McGrath, and I got William Joseph. And the Winslow and McGrath are green. The William Joseph is white.
All right. So we wrapping it up. Kane Talk, no filter. We had a special guest on here. You know, I've had a lot of disputes with this cat. You know, I done called him fat ass and all this, but hey, still at the end of the day, it's Kane's. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us like the direction that we going in, and a lot of us don't. But at the end of the day, we still Kane's at the motherfucking end of the day. And is there anything else, New Jersey, you want to put out there, man? Anything else?
You know what? I mean, listen, there's a lot of nonsense being spread around. You guys want to know the truth? Hit me up. I'll tell you the truth.
I think everybody got their own truths. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own truths and everybody got their opinion, and that's what this show is for. That's what the social media sites are for. That's what the groups are for. Their opinions, their truths, because everybody's truth ain't the truth. You know what I'm saying? Who can you believe? Who can you trust out here? But one thing about it, hey, we all Canes at the end of the day. Kane Talk, no filter. And in the words of my dog, Bernie Mac, one time for it. We out this motherfucker, man. Yes, sir.
Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Hey. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Hey. Do you really want that? Can't talk. Do you really want that? Can't talk. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Can't talk no filter. Hey.
Yo. It's your boy DJ, yes sir, aka Time motherfucking Ford for another one, episode